With the help of HaShem, Parshas Balak, I want to speak about the problem of Bilam and Balak. Balak was a king of Moab, and he sees that Am Yisrael is bothering them. Hashem told the Jewish people not to kill Moab, but you're allowed to bother them. So they bothered him. They burned the wheat, as Chazal bring down. What? So what happened? Vayogor moyo mipnei am me'oid kiravu vayokotz moyo mipnei Bnei Yisrael. The word vayakatz means they katsu b'chayim, they disgusted with their lives. Their life became terrible, and they were disgusted with their lives. Because they fear the Jewish people. So what Balak does, the king of Moab at that time, he sends to Bilam, which is the prophet that Hashem put up amongst all the goyim from Midyanim. So he went to ask Bilam to fight the Jewish people, which the power is the mouth. And Bilam wasn't the power of the mouth. So he asked him, do me, I need a favor from you. I'll pay for it to get rid of the Jewish people. And Balak goes and he takes Bilam and he convinces him to come. Hashem tells him, don't go, and he goes, and the whole parsha goes through how Bilam goes against the will of Hashem and all the steps, and how the donkey opens the mouth against him, and he still goes, and he goes in this corner to curse to bless the Jewish people, instead of cursing he blesses, and goes on and on. Then he goes away and he gives a bad advice, and he gets all the daughters, all the girls of Moab to seduce the Jewish people, and it was a big plague. 24,000 people died. They killed the daughter, the girl there that lived with Kusbi Batsu, the daughter of this king of Tzu of Midian. And then Hashem says, go and take revenge from Midian. Very strange. Wait a second. The advice was from Bilam. The active party that paid for him and pushed him was Balak, Moab. And who are the girls that seduced the Jewish people?
Moab and Midian, no?
Moab and Midian, and Moab too. I'm going to read the language. Vayeshev Yisrael bashitim, vayochel liznois el bnois Moab. Through the advice of Bilam, the daughters of Moab started to commit adultery, znus, together with the boys of Israel. So who did the sins? Was Moab. What happened? Hashem said to Moshe, take all Hashem and killed everyone. And he killed the Midianite. That was Pinchas. And the Magavas stopped. Magavas wasn't the Jewish people. The daughters of Israel just went free. The daughter of Moab went free. And Hashem tells later on, Moshe Rabbeinu, Nekon Nikmas, Bnei Yisrael, go and take revenge from the Jewish people. Who on who? On Midian. Midian not the fault. Midian just the head gave advice. What about Moab? Why Moab out of the picture? Why Moab, the daughters of Moab, they were active, the leader, the daughters, the families were active in the sin, and they are out. I'm going to read a pasuk. It's in chapter 31. Vayidaber Hashem, this is Parshas Matos, 3 parshas down. It says, Vayidaber Hashem el Moshe lemoir, Nekom nikmas bnei Yisrael me'esa Midyanim. Take the revenge of the Jewish people, of the children of Israel, from the Midianites. V'achar ta'aseh v'lamer, afterwards you can die. What's going on? What's going on? The Moabites, they are the ones that had the trigger. They went ahead and called Bilam. They sent the daughters to seduce the children of Israel. And you're beating up Midian, because Bilam comes from Midian. What's going on? You're hitting the wrong boy. Or maybe also them. But what about Moab? Something is strange here. So Rashi brings down a Medrash and also Gemara in Baba Kama, page 38b. Rashi is Medayik. Take revenge of the children of Israel from the Midianites. So Rashi is Medayik, Velo me'isa Moavim, and not from the Moabites. Why not?
Because Balak was also Midian?
Bilam was a Midian.
But so was Balak. No?
Balak was a Moabite. And the daughters that seduced the Jewish people were Moabites. Just the advice and the trying to curse the Jewish people, bless the Jewish people, was Bilam, which came from Midian. But why the Moabites or the Moab is out of the hook? Very strange. So Rashi brings down 2 reasons. One reason is Sha'amoavim nichnesu ladovo machmas'ira. The Moavim, they entered this whole story because they have fear. Shayu yerei mehem shayu shoylim moisom. The Moabites were afraid of them because they used to burn the fields, burn down the field to hurt the money. Shaloi nemar elo, Hashem only said, al tisgar bon milchoma, only don't shepherd them with a war. But to start up with them, not a war, it's okay. Hashem permitted it. So what the Jewish people said, they went and they burned the fields, they drank the waters, they bothered them. So they're afraid of them. Aval Midyanim, but the Midianites, nis'abu al hivlo lahem. The Midianite entered to fight a fight which was not theirs. I want to explain this concept, very important. If you were a Balak, the king of Moab, and you love Hashem, you worship idols, they believe God is the God of all gods, or to worship idols, what is your responsibility to protect your nation? Obviously, you're going to go and hire someone, the best army, buy jet planes from China, who knows what, from Russia, S-400, who knows what, buy this, buy that, make treaties, the best to get rid of the Jewish people.
You're going to get rid of them?
One second, listen carefully. It says that when Bilam came to Balak, what Balak did? Look in the pasuk. It says the elders of Moab and the elders of Midian came together with Bilam, and then the elders of Midian went away, but the Moabites stayed, and they went with him. What happened when he came? When he came to Balak, what Balak did? It says like this. Vayishma Balak kibo Bilam. Balak heard that Bilam is coming by. Vayetze likosha, he went out to greet him. Elir Moab asher al gvul Arnon, to the city of Moab, which is on the border of the river of Arnon asher b'k'tzeh, which is in the corner of the edge of the borders of Moab. He says, why you didn't come? I said you, blah. What it says, he took Bilam where? When you have a guest, you take him to the best place, right? What it says, Vayelech Bilam in Balak. Bilam went together with Balak. Vayavohu Kriyat Chutzot. They came to a city which is Chutzot. Chutzot means markets, city of markets. Let's see Rashi. Kriyas Chutzois Ir Meleh Shvokim, a city filled with markets. Why? Anoshim v'noshim v'tav b'chutzoisel. Men and women and little kids are all running outside in the skirt and outskirts in the markets. A lot of people. Times Square. Where did he take him? Ir Chutzot, city filled with markets. To see men, women, children. Loima to tell him, Re'eh, see, Ve'rachei, and have mercy. Shalayoku, all those people should not be uprooted. Bilam, as a leader of the Moabite, he had the rights to try to protect his nation. He has a right to ask Bilam to bless the Jewish people, saying a nice word. And he had the right to do everything he can to have mercy. And he brought korbanos. And what did he say? I says, I know HaShem loves the Jewish people. He took them out of Egypt, but I'm responsible for those millions of people. And I'm afraid what I need to do, I need all what I can to convince HaShem to have mercy on your people. Look, all those men, women, children, all creation of Hashem, what's going to be with them? Okay, Hashem didn't accept the Torah on Sinai, but they're all creatures of Hashem. Hashem have mercy on all his creatures. The mercy of Hashem is on all what he did. But beg for mercy. Hashem said, they're not responsible. Even they sent their daughters with the advice of Bilam. Look what happened. They went and they seduced the boys of Israel. Right? Zeus. Terrible. And they seduced them with the zarah, trying to convince them to worship idols. They're the most terrible nation, right? No. Because what was the trigger? The trigger was they were fighting for life. They had fear. So as a fear, you have the right. If Hashem chose on the Jewish people, doesn't mean that the Goyim don't have right to ask for mercy from Hashem. But they have the rights. And that's the right thing. You have called Bilam, bring korbanos against the korbanos of the Avodah, 7 against this, do this, get up early morning, all to fight the merit, to put down the merit of the Jewish people and the love of Hashem, the Jewish people, and to overcome their merit and have the merit for the mob. Protect your nation. Children, men, women, kids, what's going on? All those great nations, all be perished. Have mercy on them. So because of that, Hashem says, Nekod nikmas bnei Yisrael me'esa Midyanim. Take revenge from the Midianites. They were outsiders. They're not to get involved. They got involved, they get punished. But the Moabite, Rashi says, No. They were afraid. They have the right. They try to fight back. What do you learn from here? Very big yesod. This brought down in the Poiskim and in Balaam Musa. David HaMelech says, Hashem miyanes anirdof. Hashem will answer one who's being run after. If you are a nirdaf, being run after, Hashem answer your prayer. Even though you're wrong. But as long as you are nirdaf, you have rights, Hashem will answer your prayer. It's a big yesod. When a nirdaf is not going to be heard, when the roidef did nothing wrong, 100% right. But when there's 1 point out of 100%, 1%, 2%, 5%, you did wrong, you will see that a nirdaf sometimes he screams to Hashem, Hashem will answer. Because he's pleading for injustice. And even though the main course, the main subject, the justice is really with the Jewish people, the justice with the Hoidef, but there's few points that they over exaggerated, did something wrong, and the need of pleas to Hashem, Hashem will listen to him. Because the need of Hashem, Hashem Yanis Anidov, Hashem will answer the need of. So Balak and Moab, they thought that they're in the Nirdofi. Hashem told the Jewish people not to fight with them, but they found a hole in the law. Not to fight a war, but not a war, they're allowed to burn anything. So they did other things, which was a gray area. There was no direct command. So they screamed to Hashem, Hashem help us. And they brought Bilam, do all what they can. They did wrong things. They seduced the Jewish men. They tried to put them down in idol worshipping. Hashem hates, they know, Elokem Sheleino, Soina Zima, God of those Jewish people hate adultery and seduce, etc. So they knew by doing that they would pull down the Jewish people. It was all one kavanah. But if they had 1 point was truth, Hashem would answer their prayer. But at least they did everything wrong, but because they had the rights to plead for mercy, Hashem didn't say take revenge of them. They're not part of revenge. Revenge is only someone who's totally out of it. Totally wrong. Like Bilam and Midyanim, totally wrong. They're totally outsiders. For money, some getting to a fight which is not yours, totally wrong, 100% wrong. The Midianites, the Jewish people have the right to get revenge and kill them. It's a very big yesod. When you have a fight, you have a war, you have a fight with another guy is wrong. He makes up stories on you. He makes up stories on you. Makes a whole baloney and this and that. At 1 point, you are wrong. You will see sometimes Hashem will give him siyata d'shmai to fight. In order to win, if you allow to avoid it, if the other person did something wrong to you and you beat him up because you have a right, try to put bad name on me, this and that, I had a right to destroy him and smash him. But he did something more wrong, and he pleased to Hashem. Hashem will listen, sometimes will listen to him. To be very careful. So always when you have a fight, don't think even you're right, you would win the fight. You have to really check yourself. Are you 100% pure and there's nothing wrong in what you did 100%? Not even nothing wrong. Not the main thing is wrong. You're right. No, not the main war. It's a justice war. We now have a war with the Arabs, with the Muslims. In a way, it's a justice war. They came and kidnapped Jews. But if we did something wrong more than what we were supposed to do, Hashem listens to that prayer. Very dangerous. You have to be 100% permitted, 100%, because they're near Dofi. They're being run after. They have no food, no electricity, no water. They're down. They scream to Hashem. We are creatures of Hashem. Hashem, help us. And Hashem also created them. And Hashem has to show justice. So although everybody knows that the Arabs are wrong, the main point are wrong. But why are we not winning the war? First we have to do tshuva, a lot of things we have to do wrong. But also there's probably a few extra things we did, which we don't deserve. We don't have the rights to do. So Hashem screams and listens to them. They scream and Hashem listens to them. They're very careful. In order to win the war, we have to be not only in the ecoj, we have justice and right, No, that's a justice now. It's not enough. You have to be 100% everything right. When he ran, we're 100% right. Were you part of this fight here? Part of the fight of the land? You're an outsiders. You're Bilam. When he came in, when Hashem did us a chesed, beat the hair out of them 12 days. We managed a miraculous way, beat them up. Totally destroyed. Collapsed. In 12 days, all the higher rank of the rulers all got killed. What they did spend $350 billion on the nuclear facilities, whatever it is, all got destroyed. America, 12 days are gone. Why? There's 90 million Iranians are screaming to God. They're also praying to God. The God of Abraham. Yeah, but you're wrong. You're out of the picture. You're not part of the fight. Well, you start getting involved. You get beaten up. But here we have a problem. We have to make sure that when we beat up the Palestinians that live amongst us, we have to beat them only what's right, not the Ed. The Ed, Hashem Yanis Anirdov. Hashem, listen, you have to be very careful.
They are Rothim too.
It's him too, yes. So we are Nirdofim. So we are Nirdofim, we skip to Hashem. Hashem listens to us. But you see, it's a back and forth. Certain parts we are Nirdofim are there. There's a lot of parts, back and forth. So we have this fight for 75, 80 years. We're not finishing it. It's also for our benefit, it was to do tshuva and a lot of other parts of the pictures. But this aspect of picture, Hashem Yasin and Nirdov is there. We have to know that. And what's the lesson for us is when we have fights, and who knows what, with neighbors, with friends in the yeshiva, neighbors, family friends, stam friends, not friends. Don't think because the equal you're right, you win the war. Only if you're 100% pure. If you're not 100% pure, you can get hurt. If a guy pleads to Hashem, he says, Hashem, help me! It's wrong. This point is injustice. So Hashem has to show the injustice point, and he listens sometimes to the Nidaf. You have to be very careful. It's a big lesson to us. There's a Dovo Achim which Rashi brings down, what I'm going to speak about today, maybe on Thursday, about the second answer of Chazal, that because Ruth, the Moabite, and Nama Amoinis, the mother, the mother of the son of Shlomo HaMelech, Rechavam was the king of Israel, that came out of them. That's Hashem said not to destroy them. To explain this concept, Thursday will explain this concept. And because one thing will happen, you disable all the nation was on you. You have to explain this concept. But the is I want to explain now just to finish on the first part, the first answer. That Hashem Yan is Nirdov, Hashem answers the one who's being run after. Even though the Nirdov is wrong mainly, but at certain points which it was exaggerating, he has truth, justice points even, Hashem answers him. Okay.